Call of Duty has officially revealed all of the maps, perk packages, field upgrades, kill streaks, modes and weapons coming to Modern Warfare 2 on launch on October 28th. In terms of the modes, they're going to be split into two types, with the core map modes on 6v6 and the battle map modes. First of all, for the 6v6 modes, we have free for all, which is every player for themselves. The first to reach 30 eliminations wins the game. We have classic team deathmatch, which are two teams fighting to obtain 70 eliminations to win. Domination, with two teams fighting to control the A, B, and C flags. First to reach 200 points wins. Hardpoint, two teams fighting to lock down a point, which rotates position every minute. The next hardpoint location indicated in the last 10 seconds of the previous zone. The first team to reach 250 points wins. Headquarters, work to capture the headquarters, then dig in and defend. Respawns are disabled for the team that holds the headquarters. Once the headquarters is taken offline, a new zone is designated for the next one. The first team to get 200 points wins. Control, take turns attacking and defending two objectives. Each team shares a pool of 30 lives. If the attacking team successfully takes out one objective, they will gain more time to complete the second. The defending team can win the round by letting the time run out before the objectives are taken. Either team can additionally win by eliminating all 30 lives of the other team. The first team to win 3 rounds wins the match. We have prisoner rescue, locate the hostages and get them out alive, or prevent their extraction at all costs. No respawns, team revives are enabled. The attackers must find 2 hostages and carry them either out or protect at the extraction point. Each hostage is worth 100 points. Defenders must prevent their extraction at all costs and hold them together in their spawn area until the round's timer expires. Each hostage not carried nor captured by the attackers are worth 50 points. The first team to earn 500 points wins the match. Knockout, both teams fight over a bag of cash located in the middle of the map. No respawns, team revives are enabled. Run over the cash to grab it. The team that holds the bag at the end of the round or that eliminates the entire enemy team wins the round. The first team to take 5 rounds wins the match. And finally, we have the classic search and destroy. Teams take turns defending and destroying an objective. No respawning, attackers win a round by eliminating all defenders before or after the bomb is planted, or successfully planting a bomb and having it explode. Defenders win a round by eliminating all attackers before the bomb is planted, by not allowing the bomb to be planted within the round's time limit, or by defusing the bomb once it is planted. The first team to take 4 rounds wins the match. Yes, that is right, at launch there is no kill confirmed. I don't know why, because it's a very fan favorite mode. It will probably release later as DLC, hopefully in season 1, so we don't have to wait too long. Now we have the battle map modes, which are up to 32 versus 32 players, played on the larger maps Al Mazrah and Las Almas. So we have ground war, 2 teams each composed of 32 players square off to capture an odd number of objectives on a large map. As there are 5 different domination points, this is a supersized version of domination, including vehicles for epic brawls. The first team to earn 250 points wins the match. We have ground war invasion, which was also in the beta, a massive chaotic battle with a mix of players and AI fighting alongside each other. Utilize vehicles, killstreak crates and armored agents to gain the advantage over your opponent. The first team to reach 2,000 points wins the match. There are some changes to how hardcore mode works in Modern Warfare 2. It's now been redesigned to be called a tier 1 playlist, which is designated within a playlist name and offers a more challenging experience compared to traditional multiplayer. Operators have less health and limited HUD elements, and friendly fire is on. These elements are consistent in all game modes that support the tier 1 variant. So they're changing hardcore, so it's just going to be this one playlist. Honestly though, the traditional Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer is basically hardcore because the time to kill is so low. And of course we also have a third person mode. They've changed third person mode now. In the beta, when you would aim down sight, you would exit third person and go into first person. Apparently they've changed it for the full release so that it's going to be permanently third person. They might have the first person switch variant as a limited time mode. We now have all of the 6v6 maps at launch, which are Greensburg Hotel, Museum, Mercado Las Almas. Yes, that is right. Some of the battle maps and sections from Al Mazrah, which is also the Warzone 2 map, are going to be sectioned off as 6v6 maps too. A lot of people don't want to see this because they find that when they just take maps from Warzone or larger maps and make them smaller maps, they usually don't play as well, like we saw within Modern Warfare 2019. We'll have to wait and see how it is at launch though. We then have Tarak, we have Crown Raceway, which is indeed the Grand Prix multiplayer map that Infinity Ward previewed before launch, but they randomly deleted all of the videos and images of it from social media, and that's because they got in legal trouble apparently with the F1, with it being set on a racetrack, and they have been forced to rename it to Crown Raceway, which doesn't make much sense. They might have changed the map as well due to copyright issues a little bit, but judging from the image, it doesn't seem to be any different. We then have Al Bagra Fortress, Zakwa Hydroelectric, Santacina Border Crossing, Farm 18, Embassy, and El Asilo. There are other maps in the files. There's rumors of a terminal remaster, shipment coming back again, and even another shoot house. So those could be maps we see in the DLC in season 1 or later, but these are apparently all of the 6v6 ones at launch. And of course for the battle maps, they're all going to be taking place on Al Mazrah and Las Almas, like I said earlier. This video has been kindly sponsored by Buildbox, which is a free-to-play game development software that requires no previous coding or design experience. In fact, Buildbox is the #1 no-code needed platform used for several games in the top 100 on the App Store. With the software, you can easily build, preview, and publish a variety of different game types: puzzle, arcade, free runners, card games, shooters, and more, and make money from them. Gamebox has a ton of amazing features, such as the game wizard and onboarding flow that helps new users to create their first game quickly and easily. Next, there is a massive template library. Each template has unique functionality that you can edit and customize into a full game. The asset library allows you to drag and drop assets that come with preset animations and logic to help bring your game to life, so you can speed up the game development easily. There is also a shop that is a constantly updated asset store with tons of free and premium assets. You'll find everything you need to complete your game, from 2D or 3D assets to user interface elements. Getting started is free and super easy. There's different versions to meet your needs. Buildbox Classic is the easiest version and allows you to make 2D games. Buildbox 3 allows you to make both 2D and 3D games, or a mixture of both. So if this sounds awesome to you, put your creativity in action today and start making games by checking it out via the link in the description. Now we have the perks, which of course this new perk system is very controversial. They tweaked it a lot within the beta so you can earn the perks faster, but let's go over all of them. So each package contains 4 perks, 2 base perks plus 1 bonus perk and 1 ultimate perk. Operators begin each match with their 2 base perks, unlocking the bonus and ultimate perks over time with eliminations and assists, plus objective and tactical plays that help to unlock them more quickly. The more active you are in a match, the sooner you'll have your full stack of 4 perks. The perks you'll see at launch with their original effects, which are subject to change post-launch. So these are the full perks that we'll see at launch. For the base perks, we have Overkill, carry 2 primary weapons, double time during the duration of tactical sprint, increase crouch movement speed by 30%, Battle Hardened, reduce the effect of enemy flash, stun, EMP, grass grenades, and shock sticks, immune to snapshot grenades, Scavenger, resupply ammo when throwing knives from dead players, Bomb Squad, take reduced damage from non-killstreak explosives, reset fuse timers when picked up live grenades, Tracker, enemies leave behind a footprint trail and enemy death markers are visible, kill markers are hidden from the enemy team, Strong Arm, throw equipment farther and see a preview of the trajectory, Extra Tactical, spawn with an extra tactical grenade. Then for the bonus perks, we have Resupply, spawn with an additional lethal, equipment recharges over 25 seconds, Spotter, spot enemy equipment, field upgrades and kill streaks through walls, aiming down sights highlights them for the team, hack enemy claymores, proximity mines, C4s and trophy systems. We have Cold-Blooded, undetectable by AI targeting systems, and Thermal Optics, does not trigger high alert warnings, does not highlight in enemy tactical cameras, recon drones and spotter scopes, Fast Hands, reload use equipment and swap weapons faster, Hardline, reduce kill streak cost by 1 elimination, reduce score streak cost by 125, then we have Focus, reduce flinch when aiming down sights, and extend hold breath duration. Now for the ultimate perks, we have High Alert, vision pulses when spotted by an enemy player outside of view, Ghost, undetectable by UAVs, portable radars, and heartbeat sensors, Quick Fix, eliminating players immediately triggers health regeneration, capturing and holding objectives increases health regeneration rate, Overclock, store an additional field upgrade charge and increase field upgrade charge rate by 40%, on earn, get field upgrade charge, Survivor, on death enter last stand with the ability to self-revive once per life, teammates can revive down players faster. Probably need some nerfs in no respawn modes like search and destroy. We have Bird's Eye, of course. Unfortunately, the classic minimap is still not returning on launch. Infinity Ward just don't like listening to feedback. Anyways, the minimap is zoomed out, UAV and radar pings reveal the enemy's direction, on earn activates 1 local UAV sweep. If this was a normal perk that you had on launch, this would be a good alternative to no classic minimap, but because it's an ultimate perk, it kind of defeats the point of this perk anyways. Those are all of the perks. Now in terms of the field upgrades, we are actually going to be able to equip 2 field upgrades if you reach rank 45, by the way, but if you do this, they'll have a slower recharge rate than just equipping 1 field upgrade. We have Tactical Camera, which is a remote controlled camera that marks enemies, connect to it directly or set it on its own where it emits a warning sound upon detecting nearby enemies. We have Inflatable Decoy, proximity activated decoy mine. Upon activation, the decoy is rapidly deployed to confuse and distract enemy operators. It can be manually activated to fool enemies into attacking it on sight. We have the DDoS attack, which deactivates electronics and disrupts enemy sensors in the immediate area for a short time. Solid and objective modes, where tons of field upgrades will be placed around key zones. Great synergy with the spotter bonus perk. Deployable cover, portable rapidly deployable ballistic cover. When stuck in the middle of nowhere with nothing to hide behind, this shield may save your life. Great on open objectives or whenever a heavier weapon such as an LMG needs to be mounted for accurate fire. We have the trophy system, which looks sketchy as hell, which is a deployable autonomous defense system that destroys up to 3 incoming pieces of equipment and projectiles. Some larger targets may take multiple shots, a lifesaver on objectives and in interior spaces where grenades can come flying through openings in stoves can also be put on vehicles to have it act as a deterrent for rockets and other equipment pieces. We then have Dead Silence, which unfortunately is a field upgrade once again. They haven't changed it from the beta, which temporarily makes your footsteps silence, gun, melee and throwing knife kills, refresh duration, a perfect fit for stealth loadouts in the beta. Of course, it made a loud sound when you would activate it that a lot of people hated, and it kind of defeated the point of even using it, which they've probably not changed for its launch because they would have said something in this blog post if they did. A perfect fit for stealth loadouts. Not really, because like I said, the noise isn't good for stealth loadouts. We have the munitions box, which allows you to deploy a box of ammo and equipment for you and your teammates. We have the loadout drop, which allows you to call in a team-based loadout crate with limited uses. Each player can use it only once, ideal for swapping loadouts mid-life, getting an extra primary weapon without burning a basic perk for overkill, or just being kind to operators. Great in ground war when operators are expected to live longer lives and switch roles as the situation demands. We have the portable radar, which emits a periodic radar ping to detect nearby enemies, increase utility on smaller maps or in objective game modes where the radar's small coverage can track important zones. It synergizes well with the Bird's Eye ultimate perk. We have the tactical insertion, which allows you to mark a location to be your next spawn point. Great on ground war maps since they're a lot larger. It doesn't function in one life modes though, of course. We have battle range, which is an experimental stimulant that gives operators an adrenaline rush. Health regenerates quickly, tactical equipment is resisted and tactical sprint is constantly refreshed. Great for aggressive operators who want to rush headfirst into engagements. We have the recon drone, which allows you to remotely control a drone that has manual and auto marking capabilities, and you can strap a C4 to this to create a makeshift bomb drone. We have the smoke airdrop, which allows you to call in lines of drones to deploy a smoke wall at a targeted location, a sniper's nightmare unless they have the means to see through it. We have suppression mine, a trip mine that, when triggered, emits a constant sound wave that disrupts enemy vision and slows their movements, strong around objectives, down long hallways, and in infantry only modes. And finally we have anti-armor rounds, which grants weapon ammo that applies bonus damage against armored targets, including vehicles, equipment, body armor, and targets behind penetrable cover, allowing you to wallbang easier. Now for the kill streaks, of course you are able to switch between kill streaks and score streaks depending on what you want in Modern Warfare 2, which is awesome. For 4 kills or 500 score, you can get a UAV, which reveals the enemy locations on the minimaps every few seconds until it flies away or gets destroyed. We have the bomb drone, which is a remote controlled drone with an attached C4 charge. After activating the bomb drone, it can be flown anywhere in the playable area. The C4 charge can be detonated manually or automatically detonates if the drone runs out of fuel, if it is shot, or if it hits water. Most effective in tightly packed groups or as a deterrent in objective-based modes near the objectives such as hardpoint. For 5 kills or 625 score, we have the counter UAV, which scrambles the minimap for the enemy team. The cluster mine, which allows you to throw a device that launches a cluster of small mines within the immediate area, automatically detecting enemy players within a short radius, making it possible to wipe out small groups of tightly packed enemies. We have the care package, which gives you a loot crate coming down from a plane that will reward you with a random kill streak. Of course, the better kill streaks are rarer, the worst kill streaks are more common. For 6 kills / 750 score, we have the precision airstrike, which allows you to use a spot scope to designate a target area for bombardment. We have a cruise missile, which will allow you to launch via a tablet and will release a bunch of missiles from a plane. We have the mortar strike, which allows you to mark a target location with the laser pointer to signal several waves of mortars to attack the area. For 7 kills / 875 score, we have the sentry gun, which is just an AI controlled weapon that lasts for 90 seconds. You are able to pick it up and move it around. When you die, the sentry is lost. We have the SAE, which is a super precision airstrike. As it has an additional jet and the ability to control the path of each strike, there is a slight delay between when the jets are called in and when they make impact, but even with that small window, the SAE is a relatively accurate triple strike. For 8 kills / 1000 score, we have the VTOL jet, releases bombs in a line at the selected point before circling back and guarding a location of the player's choice. Once it returns, its fast-firing, high-caliber turret can easily eliminate enemies, making it a true defensive powerhouse or a strong offensive tool to call in before advancing to an area. The VTOL jet can move to a different area if the operator chooses. You can use the on-screen prompt to redirect its patrol area. We have the Overwatch Helo, which is a drone that shares offensive elements with the attack helicopter, except that it follows relatively closely behind your operator and pings enemy locations. Consider the Overwatch Helo like a buddy from above. It will be helpful in calling out nearby enemies and can eliminate a few once it does so. We have the Wilson HS, which is a remotely controlled amphibious vehicle. Yes, it can go underwater with auto sentry capabilities. You can pilot it manually with a tablet or set it to a stationary autopilot mode. For 10 kills / 1250 score, we have the stealth bomber that releases a large line of explosives along its path without warning. We have the chopper gunner, which allows you to control an assault chopper armed with a turret and air to ground missiles. You can switch between thermal or normal mode. We have the emergency airdrop, which allows you to drop in a rope system that's tied to the same helicopter as the normal care package. 3 crates will be delivered together by the same helicopter. The care care packages function the same to the regular one. For 12 kills / 1500 score, we have the gunship, a heavy assault gunship equipped with a laser tracking missile along with 40mm and 25mm cannons. The laser tracking missile can wipe out other Killstreaks vehicles or large groups of enemies. The 40mm cannon is perfect for peppering Killstreaks vehicles and objectives if the missile is not available, and the 25mm cannon is best used against individual targets. Utilize the built-in thermal sight to detect enemy operators via the heat signatures. We have the advanced UAV, which allows enemies to show up on the mini-map, but they will be triangles which will show the enemy's direction. For 15 kills / 1875 score, we have the Juggernaut, which will give you a care package which will allow you to go into a Juggernaut, which is a super soldier with increased health and armor, with a minigun that you can rain fire down on other players. The blog goes over some other details and tips such as underwater gameplay, but it's all kind of irrelevant. We played the beta, we know what it's about, and mantling on ledges. Here are all of the 54 weapons that you're going to be able to use on launch in Modern Warfare 2, with 33 weapon platforms allowing for the gateway to turn them into other weapons. For the assault rifles, we have the Chimera with an integrated suppressor and slow, high-energy, subsonic .300 BLK rounds. The Chimera is adept at close quarters combat. We have the Latchman 556, which is the keystone in the Latchman Mia arsenal, an adaptive 5.56 weapon system that bridges the gap between. We have the STB 556, which is a closed bolt rifle built around modularity and accuracy, ideal for mid to long range fights. We have the M4, which is a flagship rifle. This reliable workhorse is a jack of all trades that performs well in most combat scenarios. We have the M16, tuned for mid to long range engagements. The M16 features a 3-round burst rifle that has increased range and stability. We have the Kastov 762. This modern hard-hitting rifle is the core of the AK platform, chambered with large caliber 7.62 x 39 rounds, perfect for a skilled operator. We have the Kastov 545, which uses intermediate caliber 5.45 x 39 rounds, allowing for less recoil while maintaining a higher rate of fire. We have the M13B, which features a short stroke piston system that allows for a high rate of fire and low recoil. We have the TAC 56 with a high rate of fire and combat flexibility. It's a fully auto rifle chambered in 5.56 x 45mm. For the battle rifles, we have the TAC V, which has a moderate fire rate, heavy hitting 7.26 rounds, and controllable recoil, making it a solid contender for medium to long range. We have the SO 14, adapt to any situation with the select fire rifle, stay in semi-auto for long distance target shooting, or switch to fully auto when needed. Next, we have the FTAC Recon, a high-powered .458 battle rifle that delivers severe damage at medium range. Finally, we have the Latchman 762, a delayed blowback 7.62 receiver with equal parts power and control. Select fire allows precise semi-auto shots and short range engagements. For the SMGs, we have the Latchman submachine gun, compact, fully automatic 9mm receiver is a masterpiece of stability, mobility, and lethality. We have the Bass P, an aggressive fire rate and modular frame makes the Bass P perfect for the discerning operator who wants to customize their weapon. We have the MK9, a submachine gun, a conversion of the rifle receiver, performs well at close to mid-range with subsonic shots. Now we have the Vaznek 9K, an enhanced and modern version of the AK platform. The 9mm boasts an aggressively high rate of fire and leads the way. We have the FSS Hurricane, which sacrifices range and stopping power for increased ammo capacity and enhanced stability. We have the Mini Back with a high rate of fire, straight blowback system, and a unique high capacity magazine. The Mini Back shreds in close quarters. We have the PDSW 528, rapid fire, a compact polymer frame, and high velocity ammunition make the weapon a powerhouse for room clearing. We have the Vel 46, chambered in 4.6 x 30mm. The Vel 46 is a maneuverable submachine gun with moderate recoil. We have the Fennec 45 with a blinding fire rate. The Fennec 45 excels at room clearing and holding down the front line. Subsonic ammo hides kill skulls. Now for the shotguns, we have the Lockwood 300. This break action shotgun sacrifices ammo capacity for extended range and a tight pellet spread. We have the Bryson 800, a reliable, highly customizable pump action shotgun, configurable for either close or medium range. Then we have the Bryson 890. This mag-fed pump action shotgun takes room clearing seriously with a detachable magazine that speeds up reloads. Finally, we have the Expedite 12. A practiced hand can control the Expedite 12's recoil to devastating effect. This semi-auto shotgun features a regulated receiver. For the LMGs, the RAL LMG is back. Auxiliary assault lightweight machine gun uses titanium construction, low fire rate, and a reciprocating barrel. We have the HCR 56, used for squad support for solo hunting. It lays out fully auto fire and controllable receiver. We have the 556 Icarus, which is a lightweight squad support weapon in the M4 platform. Increased ammo capacity does not significantly impact. The classic RPK features a long, heavy barrel, high ammo capacity, and steel receiver capable of sustained full auto fire without loss in range. The Rampage, featuring a belt-fed 7.62mm receiver with all the modularity of the Latchman Mia platform. The Rampage offers versatility in the light machine gun category. The Sakin MG38 MW8 is a belt-fed light machine gun delivering devastating 7.62 rounds at a high rate of fire thanks to a short-stroke gas piston. Moving on to the marksman rifles, we have the LMS, which is a highly accurate semi-auto rifle available to military and police. Precision manufacturing provides unmatched combat. We have the SPR-208, the pillar of the Bison bolt rifles. It's a bolt-action rifle designed for precision shots at longer distances. We have the EBR-14, which is a semi-auto rifle chambered in 7.62 x 51mm NATO and balances fire rates with long-range lethality. We have the SA-850, optimized for speed and precision. The bolt-action rifle features a piston grip and a lightweight framework for increased movement speed. We have the Lockwood MK2, which is a high-power lever-action rifle with Old West sentiments and modern-day aesthetics. Finally, we have the TAC-M, which offers long-range support with a 6.5mm sniper round and modular design. Moving on to the sniper rifles, we have the MCPR-300. A multi-caliber precision rifle is a cutting-edge sniper rifle chambered for the powerful 300 Magnum round. We have the Victor's XMR, hard-hitting bolt-action sniper rifle with 50 cal BMG ammunition. Its tungsten sabot tip bullets are fast and powerful, but require control. We have Signal 50, featuring a reciprocating barrel that mitigates the recoil of the devastating 50 cal cartridge. This anti-material rifle is built for the gunner. We have the SPX-80, which is a 300 mag sniper rifle designed for long-range target acquisition and elimination. For the melee weapons, we have the Riot Shield, which is a ballistic-proof and explosive-resistant shield with increased melee damage. Moving on to the secondary weapons, firstly we have the handguns, specifically the X12, a light semi-auto 9mm pistol with specialized and tactical modification options. The polymer frame keeps the weight down. Then we have the X13 Auto, a highly specialized fully automatic trigger assembly of the X13 delivers a staggering 20 rounds per second. Then we have the 50GS, aka the Desert Eagle, a powerful semi-automatic pistol, control the recoil, and the 50 cal rounds will do the rest. We have the P890 for close quarters situations. The Bruin 45 semi-auto pistol takes advantage of accuracy, reliability, and a hard-hitting 45 auto round. We have the Senton 5, a double-action revolver firing 500 cat rounds. The Senton 5 kicks hard but hits harder, unstoppable in the right hands. For the launchers, we have the RPG-7, the Peeler or Piler, and finally the Joker, target missile to attack vehicles and killstreaks. And for the melee weapons, we have the CQC tactical knife, standard military issue employed for fast, quiet, and deadly wet work. So that is all of the content that is coming on launch for Modern Warfare 2's multiplayer. Anyways, thank you for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe if you're new around here for the latest and greatest Call of Duty news and information. So anyways, thank you for watching, and bye.